Hello, I am Jessica Walker, and I'm going to present to you some tips on surviving your first year as a school counselor. I just survived my first year, so this is going on my second year. So the first thing that I would recommend is to get to know the administration, who you're working with, your team, and especially your principals and your assistant principal, to know the expectations of you as your role as a school counselor, and then maybe their what they expect you to do as a school counselor. The second tip that I would suggest is to find a way to keep notes and to stay organized. Our district uses Google Everything. I'm sorry. Our district uses Google Everything. You can use Google Drive. You can set up folders per grade. This is something that I hope to do this summer because I'm kind of old school ways. I'm still in the paper system, even though I'm just nervous. I do everything in binders. Like I have a binder for important information. I have a binder set up for my data or my referral students. I have a binder all about my classroom guidance lessons. And I know that Dr. Moon has also suggested Evernote. I've used that as a previous classroom teacher, but I've never used it as a guide to stay organized as a school counselor. So another thing is a master calendar. Our school district has a master calendar, and each school has their own master calendar. So I can like plug in all my, like when I'm doing my lessons in K through 6, I can plug that in the master calendar, so like my administration knows, the office staff knows exactly where I'm at. I do keep my cell phone on me at all times, just in case there is an emergency, because you never know what is to come. Another thing is that I do keep a calendar on my desk of like my small group counseling, individual counseling. I have all that written down, like maybe with their initials, just for me. And then of course the big highlight is I document everything. If a teacher asks me to talk with a student because he said he was going to bring a gun to school, so I write that down if that teacher wants me to contact them. And talk to them. Another thing is to be present with the students. Pop in, say hello, good morning, be the welcome greeter in the mornings, tell them, have a great day at the car rider line. Just be present. Also pop-ins in the classroom, like good morning boys and girls, have a good day. Those are great ways to be present with the students. Another thing I have down is to make positive calls or just to email parents, especially, or I also like to give the students like a little, like, love seeing your face today at school, just that uplifting role. Another thing is to do monthly classroom check-ins, to making sure you and your teachers are staying on task. If there's any concerns the teachers may have, that they may want you to meet the needs of their children, just so you guys are staying, in cooperation with each other. Another thing that I suggest is to not respond to emails at night. You can check your emails. I check my emails. I'm actually only a part-time counselor, so I don't work on Mondays or Fridays. So I do stay active in my emails, and I'll email teachers back, but I try not to respond at night, especially to those parents who may want to gripe or complain. So I try not to do that, because then it lets them know, oh, Miss Walker is available 24/7, so I'm just going to message her. And you don't want to do that. And lastly is to, is to plan. I strive to plan monthly. In the summertime, I do it like a sketch, a draft of a yearly plan, and then I critique it a month ahead. And I make my copies. I, make sure the schedule works with this teacher, and make sure it works with, the calendar of the school. But I try to plan monthly, because you never know if there's an emergency comes up. You can always say, hey, even though I can't make it to the classroom, here's still a handout if you want to take 30 minutes for them to do, or a video for them to watch. So because, and I just critique it as the year goes on. And lastly is to just be ready with this big smile on your face, because you never know. You may think, oh, today's gonna be a great day. It's just classroom lessons and you gotta do this. And then it's like, bam, it never goes as planned. So I'm just gonna say that you're there for the kids, whether that's the big picture. You smile, you love, you know, my ultimate goal was to impact those kids in a positive way. And I just want, and life moves on. Even though it didn't go as planned, it goes on. So those are my little, tips on surviving the first year as a school counselor. So I hope this helps for you guys.